Hello and welcome back to another episode of my Fulham Career Mode. In today's episode we take on Wolves and Chelsea in the Premier League. So Michael Hector kicked up a fuss and wanted to leave, so we went for Areola, Tete, Lamarche, Garcia, Robinson, Williamson, Reed, Knockhart, Kearney, Aina and Brewster. We started off the game pretty well, forced Patricia into a couple of good saves. Kearney going straight to the goalkeeper there. Aina was doing quite well down the left hand side up against his man. Gets it behind, stands the ball up, and Johnny nearly puts the ball into his own net. We were really dictating the pace of the game at this point in the game. Kearney played the ball through, Brewster took the shot on, but Patricio made a very good save. We then had a corner from Williamson to deliver. Usually Mitrovic is there, but Tete heads over the bar. Wolves then, with their first real attack of the game, holding the ball quite well. Bennett plays it to Johnny, inside to Podence. Podence does well to keep away from his man, and then Podence rolls it into Jimenez, and Jimenez put Wolves 1-0 up. A goal that they didn't really deserve. We played the better football, but they were 1-0 up because they were more clinical. Podence cut back, good little ball through to Jimenez. Jimenez with a great little finish, and it was 1-0. He has no chance. Garcia needs to get closer to him, and we were 1-0 down. Then into the second half, Adama Traore came close with this header from a free kick. And then we were starting to pose some problems again for them. Brewster driving at the defence. Took the shot on, it was a good save from Patricio. We continued to pose threats. Brewster frayed it to Kearney. Kearney, good little touch around his man. And we had equalised. This great move. Ryan Brewster was turned provider instead of finisher this time. Good little ball into Kearney. One touch past his man, and then on his weaker right foot, it's a good finish from someone who's predominantly left-footed. Wolves continue to dominate the game at this point. They continue to take the game to us, and Jimenez got in, and we were only level for a couple of minutes. And Raul Jimenez again smashes home, great finish, and they were just so clinical, just like in real life. Jimenez just smashed home. Simple finish for a striker of his quality, and we were 2-1 down. So then they had a free kick. Garcia had just been booked for it. Delivery come in, we head the ball away. Knockhart tries to get us going forward, but he plays the ball straight to Johnny and forces Areola into a good save. Then from the corner, Johnny steps up to take it. It was a good corner. Areola punches. Harriet head the ball down. Mitrovic tried to play forward, gave it away again. Neves on the turn, great finish. And we were 3-1 down in a game that we deserved to be level, and in fairness we played some really good football, and it was with 3-1 to Wolves. Trying to play the ball quickly, and Mitrovic just gives it away, and it's smashed home by Ruben Neves. No chance for Areola. It's a great finish from Wolves. It was just, they were the step up. They had the more quality players. You could just see it from the way they were scoring their goals. Not long left to go, and they continue to come forward, Wolves. Neves played it to Silva, forcing Areola into another good save. He was getting quite angry at this point. And off the line from Bonny, from Willy Bolly, ball come over. We were just completely just defending very, very badly at this point, and Wolves continued to create chances, and then not long left, they continued to come forward with Silva. Silva slipped it through to Harriet, who made it 4-1. So in a game that we probably deserved to get a 2-2 draw out of, we'd lost 4-1 in. Just poor defending. Obviously I'm not great at defending on the game, but poor defending all round meant that Harriet scored the fourth, and it was 4-1 to Wolves, and we'd lost this one. Good turn and quick finish, but should have done a lot better, and it just showed that we needed to invest heavily in January for some defenders. So the next game was Chelsea, which is probably one of the most important games of the season, the derby. Kepa, James, Silva, Rudiger, Gaia, Kovacic, Kante, Pizzi, Havertz, Pulisic and Werner. We went for Areola, Tete, Hector, Garcia, Brian, Lamina, Reed, Aina, Onomar, Cavaliero, Mitrovic. Started Hector, even though he said he wanted to leave a bit earlier, because it's an important game and we needed him. So we started off pretty well in this game. Mitrovic, good little touch away from Rudiger, bursting behind. Not the quickest of players, but he can hold off his man. Takes a shot and just hits the underside of the bar. doesn't bounce in, so unlucky. We continue to come forward with Aina playing on the right hand side this time. Stood the ball up, headed away, Reed headed it back to Cavallero. And I don't know how that wasn't a penalty, but it should have been. And then Chelsea coming forward, first real attack of the game for them. Werner plays the ball back to Havertz and is 1-0. So easy for them, just because they've got a couple of quality players in there. So simple for Chelsea to take the lead there. Werner, just one little move and he just gets in behind. Simple ball back across. And Havertz has got a tap in basically. He's not missing from there from a player of his quality. And it was 1-0 to Chelsea. And I thought it was pretty undeserved. I thought we were playing some good stuff and we didn't really deserve that. But it just shows we don't defend properly again. Coming forward again, then Cavallero plays it to Onomar, burst into the penalty area. Took his shot on, but it was just straight at Kepa's near post and he could hold on. A save, surprisingly enough. Reed then drove into the box, something he wasn't too accustomed to, but he smashed it straight at the keeper again. We just weren't clinical enough. But then Mitrovic played a lovely little layoff to Onomar. Onomar drove into the penalty area on his left foot and bang. 1-1. First real proper contribution of the season from Josh Onomar, and what a way to do it. To score at Stamford Bridge for Fulham is always good. And we were level, and it was no less than we deserved. I think we played pretty good in the first half, and we hit them on the counter-attack a lot and created a lot of chances, and it was 1-0, and we deserved that going in half-time 1-0, I think. Good little finish, especially on his weaker foot as well. Josh Onomar. Then it's the second half, we had a corner. Headed away. Comes back to Lamina to cross it back in, and then at the back post, the ball's headed back across. The ball dropped for Tete on the volley, but he couldn't quite get it in. Straight at Kepa. Werner then forced Areola into a good save. Pizzi then had the free kick for Chelsea, just on the edge of the penalty area, and he hit the outside of the post. Outside of the post. Mitrovic then played the ball down the line to Aina. Aina continued to drive forward, and Mitrovic was in on goal. And he just smashed it straight to keeper again. We weren't clinical enough with our chances. Guy then plays the ball back to Kante. Kante found Pulisic. Pulisic found Werner, and what a finish that is. What a wonderful goal from Timo Werner. Lovely little touch, and just whack it as hard as you can, and he finds the corner as well. Wonderful finish, and Chelsea were 2-1 up. We hadn't played that well in the second half, but we didn't deserve to be 2-1 down, I didn't think, and it was a great finish from Werner. I think this goal just highlights the quality of their play. Pulisic first time, and then Werner gets in front of his man, and what a goal that is. You can't do anything about those sorts of goals if they're just cutting through you like that. Obviously it's a bit annoying, but he's just wonderful movement and play. Great little ball over the top to Pulisic. Pulisic, first time, great cross, a great height for Werner to volley on his weaker left foot, but it doesn't matter because it's Werner who's a lethal striker, and he just hammers the ball. Lovely volley into that bottom corner, and it was 3-1, and we didn't really have much time. We tried to create the chances. Kenny cut back onto his left foot, went for the near post, but Kepa could hold on. Chelsea then had a free kick right at the end of the game. James just smacked it over the bar, but that was it. It was full time. It was 3-1 to Chelsea in a game that I thought we could have got a point out of, but it was probably the right result in fairness. So 2 defeats on a bounce in 2 games that I think that we should have probably got at least a point out of both of them. We both played some good football in both of them, but we just didn't take our chances. But yeah, so if you have enjoyed, please make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. See you later and goodbye.